legends who shaped the world and battled the AIDS pandemic. They weren't just actors, musicians, or cultural icons. They were true legends who made a lasting impact with their incredible talent. But at the height of their fame and success, an invisible pandemic changed everything. During the 1980s and 1990s, AIDS tore through Hollywood, taking the lives of many young and talented stars. With fear and stigma running high, their stories were often kept in the dark. Still, their influence and legacy live on, continuing to inspire future generations. Do you know any LGBTQ+ friends or celebrities? If you do, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. Enjoy the video and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to support the channel. Wade Dominguez was once on the verge of becoming a major star in Hollywood. With striking looks that reflected his Mexican and French roots, he drew audiences in with his sharp dance skills, moving from a go-go dancer to a passionate, emotional actor. His big break came in 1995 with Dangerous Minds, where he played Alo Ramirez, a troubled student with a deep emotional side. His genuine performances left a strong impact, showing he had the talent to stand alongside Hollywood's biggest names. He kept building his career with roles in City of Industry, The Taxman, and Shadow of Doubt, each part highlighting his versatility and potential. But behind the scenes, Wade was quietly fighting AIDS, choosing to keep his illness private so people would remember him for his talent, not his diagnosis. On August 26, 1998, he died at the age of 32 from respiratory failure. In his final days, his co-star Elizabeth Berkley showed him an early cut of The Taxman, a moment when he broke down in tears and said, "I'm good." It remains a powerful reminder of his talent and the passion that never got the full chance to shine. Freddie Mercury wasn't just a rock star, he was a force of nature on stage. As Queen's electrifying lead singer, he won over millions with his incredible 4-octave vocal range and a stage presence that was bigger than life beyond what anyone could imagine. Born in Zanzibar as Farrokh Bulsara, Mercury's rise to fame was as remarkable as his music. While he kept his personal life out of the spotlight, those close to him knew about his strong connection with Mary Austin, his soulmate, and later Jim Hutton, who stayed by his side until the very end. After being diagnosed with HIV in 1987, Mercury chose to keep it private, continuing to make music and perform with the same fierce passion. Queen's final album carried quiet hints of his struggle with the disease. His last on-screen appearance in These Are the Days of Our Lives served as a heartfelt and emotional goodbye. On November 23, 1991, Mercury publicly announced his illness, and just one day later he passed away at the age of 45, leaving the world in shock. His legacy in music and his brave battle live on through the Mercury Phoenix Trust, a charity committed to fighting AIDS around the globe. Willie Smith wasn't just a fashion designer, he was a visionary who changed the industry completely. He introduced a fresh take on high fashion by expertly mixing urban style with sophistication. Founded in 1976, his brand Willie Wear revolutionized the scene by making stylish, high-quality clothing both affordable and accessible to everyone. His philosophy was straightforward but powerful. I don't design clothes for queens, but for the everyday people who wave to the queen as she passes by. By the mid-1980s, Willie Wear had grown into a symbol of change, helping redefine the style of millions. With yearly revenues topping $25 million, Willie Smith solidified his place in the fashion world as an unforgettable icon. He worked closely with artists, dancers, and filmmakers, proving that fashion is a key part of culture, not just clothing. His influence even reached pop culture, designing the wedding dress for Mary Jane Watson in Spider-Man. But at the height of his career, tragedy hit in 1986. He lost his business partner to AIDS-related cancer, and just months later, his own health started to fail. Willie Smith died on April 17, 1987, at age 39 from AIDS complications. His company kept his illness private out of respect for him. Though he left too soon, Smith's legacy lives on in today's streetwear, proving that fashion is about self-expression and inclusion. Robert Reed is best remembered for playing Mike Brady, the wise and caring dad on The Brady Bunch. But his real life was very different from the perfect image seen on TV. Reed started his career on stage before landing huge success in Hollywood with this legendary role. Reed wrestled with his gender identity for years. Even though he was married and had a daughter, he kept his sexual orientation secret, fearing it might hurt his career in an industry that wasn't accepting of LGBTQ+ people. A perfectionist, he often disagreed with the Brady Bunch producers over the script, but stayed deeply loyal to his co-stars. In 1991, Reed was diagnosed with colon cancer, and later medical records showed he was also HIV-positive. Details kept private until he passed away on May 12, 1992, at age 59. While cancer was listed as the official cause of death, it's believed that HIV-related complications played a major part. Denholm Elliott might not be a household name, but his face and talent are impossible to forget. He appeared in more than 125 films and TV shows, acting alongside some of Hollywood's biggest stars. Best known for playing Marcus Brody in Indiana Jones, the clever butler Coleman, and the lovable Mr. Emerson in A Room with a View, Elliott had a unique talent for lifting every role with perfect timing, quiet wit, and genuine charm. Before his Hollywood career, he served in the Royal Air Force during World War II and spent 3 years as a prisoner of war. He later found his passion for acting and quickly became one of England's most cherished supporting actors. Though he kept his personal life private, married twice, and raising 2 children, Elliott faced rejection from society because of his bisexuality. Diagnosed with HIV in 1987, he kept his illness private while continuing to work. Elliott passed away on October 6, 1992, at age 70, from AIDS-related tuberculosis. To honor his contributions and preserve his legendary legacy, BAFTA created an award in his name. Ed Koch, a true New Yorker, was known for his bold style and his famous catchphrase, "How'm I doin' as mayor?" Serving from 1978 to 1989, he guided the city through tough times marked by financial crises, rising crime, and urban decline. But the AIDS pandemic became the defining challenge that shaped much of his legacy. As the disease devastated New York's gay community in the 1980s, Koch was criticized for his slow response, with activist Larry Kramer even calling him cruel for the deaths of many gay people. Rumors about Koch's sexual orientation also sparked controversy, though he never publicly confirmed them and kept his personal life private. After Koch's death in 2013, journalist Charles Kaiser confirmed he was gay, explaining that Koch came from a generation uneasy with openly discussing these issues. Despite the controversies, Koch made important strides, including banning workplace discrimination in New York and backing anti-discrimination laws in Congress. He died at 88, leaving behind a complex legacy as layered as the city he once led. Andre Nepela may not be a household name, but he's a legend in figure skating. His journey started at age 7 when his mother took him skating to help with his asthma. At 13, Nepela represented Czechoslovakia at the 1964 Winter Olympics. Although he didn't medal, then his grace and precision made him stand out over the next decade. His career peak came with a gold medal at the 1972 Winter Olympics in Sapporo. He also won 3 world championships and 5 European titles before retiring in 1973. Rumors about Andre Nepela's relationships with other male skaters quietly circulated within the skating world. Growing up in the Soviet bloc, where being openly gay was taboo and forbidden, he kept his private life closely guarded for years. After retiring, Nepela moved into professional touring and became a respected coach in Germany. Tragically, he passed away in 1989 at age 38 from lymphoma, with some speculating it was linked to AIDS. Still, his grace and outstanding techniques stand as a testament to his talent and lasting dedication to figure skating. Thanks for watching our video about Andre Nepela and his ties to the LGBT community. If his story inspired you or taught you something new, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more meaningful content. Share your thoughts or any stories you know about LGBT athletes in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Roy Cohn gained fame as chief counsel to Senator Joseph McCarthy during the Red Scare, all by the age of 23. Known for his aggressive style and ruthless drive, Cohn was a central figure in prosecuting suspected communists, including Julius and Ethel Rosenberg. He was also a major player in the government's crackdown on LGBTQ+ individuals, seeing them as security risks. Rumors about his sexual orientation followed him throughout his life, including a close relationship with his assistant David Shine. Cohn denied being gay and built a high-profile legal career representing powerful clients like Donald Trump and Rupert Murdoch. In 1984, Roy Cohn was diagnosed with HIV but kept his illness hidden, as his health quickly worsened, publicly claiming he had liver cancer. He died on August 2, 1986, at age 59, never admitting to his condition or sexual orientation. Cohn remains a symbol of a turbulent era marked by power and paranoia in American history. Brad Davis grew up in a troubled family, dealing with his father's alcoholism and his parents' divorce. Looking for a way out, he turned to acting and moved to New York to study at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts. His breakthrough role came as Billy Hayes in Midnight Express 1978, earning him a Golden Globe and broad praise. Davis was known for playing complex characters, including a sailor exploring his sexuality, which made him a gay icon. Though married with children, he was diagnosed with AIDS in 1985, but kept his illness private for 6 years out of fear of stigma. Despite trying experimental treatments and facing worsening health, he chose to end his life on September 8, 1991, at age 41, so his family wouldn't have to watch him suffer. His wife later published the memoir After Midnight, sharing his tough fight with addiction, career struggles, and illness. Rock Hudson was an icon of masculine charm and a beloved star in the 1950s, known for blockbuster films like Magnificent Obsession and Giant. With his unique appeal, he earned an Oscar nomination and became one of the biggest stars of his time. However, his private life was a heartbreaking secret, as he had to hide his homosexuality during an era when coming out could ruin a career. His struggle to live authentically became deeply connected to the AIDS epidemic, leaving a lasting impact on Hollywood history. Rock Hudson's 1955 marriage to Phyllis Gates was later revealed to be a publicity stunt designed to silence rumors about his sexuality. Within Hollywood, Hudson's true orientation stayed a closely guarded secret. In the 1980s, he shifted to television starring in leading roles on Macmillan and Wife and later Dynasty. However, his health started to decline in 1984 when he was diagnosed with AIDS, a disease that carried heavy stigma at the time. At first, he kept his illness private, but his noticeable frailty at a press event raised public suspicion. On July 25, 1985, Hudson became the first major celebrity to publicly announce he had AIDS. This revelation broke harmful myths and raised widespread awareness about the epidemic, putting AIDS in the public spotlight. He died on October 2, 1985, at age 59, but his influence lasted well beyond his life. Hudson's bravery changed how the world saw AIDS, pushing the entertainment industry and society to take the disease seriously. Born in 1938 into poverty in the Soviet Union, Rudolf Nureyev grew from a dance-obsessed boy into a ballet superstar. He trained at the prestigious Vaganova Academy in Leningrad and quickly gained attention for his natural talent. In 1961, during the tense Cold War, he stunned the world by defecting to the West while on tour in Paris. Nureyev's career soared with iconic performances in classics like Romeo and Juliet and Swan Lake. He was more than an artist, he was a trailblazer, challenging traditional gender roles and pushing for stronger male parts. Though he kept his private life secret for years, he publicly came out in 1983 and became director of the Paris Opera Ballet. Even as his health declined from AIDS, he stayed passionately dedicated to his craft until the end. Rudolf Nureyev passed away in 1993, leaving a monumental legacy that forever changed ballet. More than just a masterful pianist, Liberace was a symbol of glamour and extravagance. He turned classical music into pure entertainment, dazzling audiences with rhinestone-studded costumes and lavish shows featuring his signature candlelit piano. The nickname Mr. Showmanship perfectly captured his charm and one-of-a-kind appeal. However, Liberace strongly denied being gay throughout his life, despite tabloid rumors about his sexuality. In 1956, he even won a lawsuit against the Daily Mirror by claiming he was not homosexual. But behind closed doors, his private life told a different story. He lived for many years with Scott Thorson, his driver and lover. Their relationship ended in a complicated lawsuit in 1982. When the AIDS epidemic hit, Liberace's health sharply declined, but he insisted he was just on a watermelon diet. His final show at Radio City Music Hall in 1986 marked the end of an era. He died on February 4, 1987, at his home in Palm Springs. Though first thought to be heart failure, the autopsy confirmed pneumonia related to AIDS as the cause. Still, Liberace's glamorous legacy and artistry live on. Ashman wasn't just a lyricist. He was a storytelling genius who helped shape Disney's classic animated films. His passion for musical theater began early with many Broadway works to his credit, the most famous being Little Shop of Horrors, created with composer Alan Menken. In 1986, Ashman joined forces with Menken for The Little Mermaid, breathing new life into Disney animation with timeless songs like Under the Sea and Part of Your World. He kept making his mark with Beauty and the Beast, winning an Oscar for his work. Despite being diagnosed with AIDS during production, Ashman worked tirelessly delivering powerful messages through his lyrics like in The Mob Song, which mirrors society's fear. His last project was Aladdin, featuring unforgettable songs like Arabian Nights and Friend Like Me. Ashman passed away on March 14, 1991 at age 40, leaving a lasting musical legacy. Pedro Zamora was more than a reality TV star. He was an inspiring pioneer. Immigrating to the U.S. at 8 and growing up in Miami, Zamora was open about his sexuality and gained strong support from the Cuban-American community. Diagnosed with HIV at 17, he didn't back down, but turned his illness into a mission to educate others about HIV, AIDS, and safe sex while fighting stigma. In 1994, Zamora became one of the first openly gay men living with HIV to appear on mainstream TV when he joined a reality show set in San Francisco. His presence brought LGBTQ+ and HIV/AIDS issues to millions across the U.S. One of the most memorable moments was his engagement ceremony with partner Sean Sasser, a groundbreaking portrayal of same-sex love during a time filled with stigma and limitations. Despite his rapidly declining health, Zamora made a profound impact before passing away on November 11, 1994, at age 22. President Bill Clinton praised him for showing the world that AIDS has a human face. His legacy continues to inspire and educate generations to come. Through the Pedro Zamora Foundation, his mission lives on, inspiring new generations to educate, advocate, and fight the stigma around HIV/AIDS. Zamora was more than a reality TV figure. He was a symbol of courage and a catalyst for changing how people see the disease. Steve Rubell was more than a nightclub owner. He was the creator of Studio 54, the iconic symbol of the disco era and extravagant nightlife. After serving in the National Guard and managing a restaurant, he teamed up with his college friend Ian Schrager to open Studio 54 in 1977. Studio 54 quickly became the hotspot of excess, where celebrities, artists, and everyday people mixed in a dazzling electric atmosphere. Rubell's famous door policy made the club the hottest place where icons like Andy Warhol, Liza Minnelli, and Mick Jagger all came together. However, in 1978, the IRS raided Studio 54, and Rubell, along with Schrager, were convicted of tax evasion. After serving their sentences, they moved into the boutique hotel business and transformed the industry. In 1985, Rubell was diagnosed with HIV, keeping his illness private while continuing to work until he passed away on July 25, 1989, at age 45. His legacy still defines the golden era of nightlife. Steven Stucker had a special gift, making audiences laugh even before he spoke. He chased comedy with endless energy and is best known for his role as Johnny the quirky air traffic controller in the Airplane films. Stucker started his career on the San Francisco stage, quickly catching the eye of top directors like the Airplane producer's screenwriter Jim Abrahams and the Zucker brothers. In 1984, he was diagnosed HIV positive during a time filled with stigma and fear. Stucker courageously went public with his illness, becoming one of the first actors to do so. His honesty helped put a human face on the HIV/AIDS crisis. Though his life was cut short when he passed away on April 13, 1986, at age 38, his comedic legacy and openness made a lasting impact on both the comedy world and AIDS awareness. Anthony Perkins was more than just Norman Bates in Psycho. He was a private and complex individual. The son of stage actor Osgood Perkins, Anthony started his career in theater before rising to Hollywood stardom. He earned an Oscar nomination for Friendly Persuasion and even scored a hit on the music charts with the song Moonlight Swim. Psycho made him a star, but also left Perkins haunted by the image of Norman Bates. In his personal life, Perkins wrestled with his sexual orientation during an era when coming out as gay could destroy a career. He had a discreet relationship with actor Tab Hunter and participated in arranged dates to keep up appearances. In the 1970s, he underwent conversion therapy and later married photographer Barry Berenson, with whom he had 2 sons. Although his marriage was happy, friends believed he never fully reconciled with his true identity. In the late 1980s, Perkins was diagnosed with HIV, finding out through the press rather than his doctors, and kept his illness private throughout his life. He continued to work diligently until his final days, passing away on September 12, 1992, from pneumonia related to AIDS at the age of 60. His life remains a testament to resilience and unwavering dedication to the arts. Joel Crothers was a familiar face to daytime TV audiences for over 2 decades, known for his natural charm and commanding presence. He began his career on Broadway at just 14 years old, but it was in soap operas that he truly shined, captivating viewers with his versatility and depth in roles on shows like The Edge of Night Guiding Light and As the World Turns. Crothers appeared in numerous shows such as The Edge of Night Dark Shadows and Somerset, portraying a wide range of characters from romantic leads to cunning villains. Although he was openly gay among close friends, he never publicly discussed his sexual orientation, a reflection of the times when many actors chose privacy to protect their careers and personal lives. One notable detail was his engagement to actress Valerie Gray, his Somerset co-star, though whether it was genuine or simply a public distraction remains unclear. Crothers passed away in 1985 at the age of 44 from lymphoma related to AIDS. Though taken too soon, his legacy lives on through the memorable characters he brought to life, cherished by fans to this day. Paul Shenar was known for his remarkable versatility, effortlessly transitioning between film theater and television. He made a lasting impact with his chilling portrayal of Alejandro Sosa in Scarface and appeared in classic TV series like Wild Wild West. With his deep, resonant voice and commanding presence, Shenar left an indelible mark on audiences across the screen. Shenar began his career in San Francisco as a founding member of the American Conservatory Theater, where he honed his craft and earned acclaim for his powerful performances. After moving to Hollywood, he quickly became a sought-after actor, equally adept at playing heroes and villains. Despite his rising fame, Shenar guarded his personal life closely, keeping it out of the public eye. There were rumors of a 5-year relationship with actor Jeremy Brett, best known for his portrayal of Sherlock Holmes. In an era when openly coming out as gay could jeopardize careers, many such relationships remained private. In 1989, Shenar passed away at the age of 53 from AIDS-related complications. His artistic legacy endures through the powerful performances he left behind. Thank you so much for watching this tribute to 20 gay Hollywood stars we lost to HIV/AIDS legends whose talents and lives left an unforgettable impact. Their stories remind us of the importance of awareness, compassion, and fighting stigma. If you found this video meaningful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more powerful stories from the entertainment world. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and favorite stars in the comments below. Stay safe, stay informed, and see you in the next video.